With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Seattle. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Price. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
70 Timberwolves. Go check, go check.
They'll set up to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
And this offense is coming out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 8-yard line.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
They'll look to throw. Christian Wilkins. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play fake, and here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 46 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go play action with Dart. Once again, he finds Slayton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. He'll try and do this himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on.
They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, here's Dart. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, New York.
Here's Dart. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Second down.
To throw now, Dart. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. And the Giants first down.
To throw, Dart. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Working out of the gun is Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And that will be incomplete as well.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, shot.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll go again here with Price. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go check. Go check.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
From talking with defensive backs and their coaches over the years, they hate to see 4 guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Boston, the man in motion left. From the gun, Bigsby. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Giants first down.
Looking to throw, Dart. Austin brings in the quick throw. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing his Dart. Austin is there and brings in another one. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. In motion, Slayton. Now Dart. He finds his man Johnson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Take Bigsby in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
The Giants will line up.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Seahawks 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Giants first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Cardinals in there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Go check, go check. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Seahawks. First down.
Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A give up the middle to Price. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
2. 60 Eagles. 60.
They'll run here with Price. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Let's go now. 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bigsby. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Panther Street. Panther Street.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60-6.
Running here out of the gun with Price. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready,
They'll drop the throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Price. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Viking 18.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw on play action. This is caught. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown. A.J. Barner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Giants.
He's back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. Well, the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Giants.
Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Dart looking to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Here we go. 1st and goal. To the air again, Dart. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Eagle.
He'll drop to throw.
It's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Straight ahead with Price. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. But Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Throwing his dart. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Giants.
Now Dart. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back up.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Net score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. A run here with Bigsby. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson.
A 33-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime.